In this video let's talk about the craziest origins of the Baki series characters. We already talked about reincarnated samurai, 140 million years creature, steroid dude and others. This time it will also be interesting guys with great stories. Enjoy! Shibukawa is 75 years old and has trained since before World War II. He is rather a calm person, but he also has a hidden, more violent personality, and that side of him appears when needed. He has shown to have an arrogant, battle-hungry and even ruthless nature at times. In the past, Goki Shibukawa was a ruthless fighter who loved fighting, and his bloodlust made him into the man he is today. He joined the army during World War II and became an assassin killer and fought just for fun. At the age of 36, Shibukawa asked his master Kihei Mikoshiba what the perfect art of self-defense is. Mikoshiba answers him that achieving this goal is an extremely difficult thing and that even he is only in the middle of his journey. Mikoshiba also states that Shibukawa has a chance to achieve a high level of self-defense due to his potential. Additionally, Mikoshiba tells Shibukawa about the fact that true self-defense is a phenomenon where no techniques are needed because the subconscious stops the fighter from going into too many dangerous situations. Goki trained for 3 years and one day challenged Mikoshiba to a match while all the other students were afraid to face the sensei. He faced his sensei, making the first attack, managing to counter Mikoshiba's throw with his own. He again charged Mikoshiba seemingly with the intent to kill, but the sensei, seeing the bloodlust in his eyes, quickly grabbed a sword Shibukawa had thrown earlier and slashed him across his back. Shibukawa turns around and declares that he has achieved full mastery and that from that moment forward the dojo will be the Shibukawa style dojo. Basically, he took away the dude's business using his insane skills and became the man he is today, a respected martial artist who is often called by the title of the Master. One of my favorite characters who is the master of the Japanese fighting style Jujutsu named Aiki. He is one of the few people among the main cast not rippling with muscle or destroying concrete like cardboard. Goki uses a more pragmatic approach than most to take down more physically imposing foes. Even in old age, his strength and power have not decreased, with him being able to flip, throw and even injure larger and stronger opponents than himself, like Dopporochi, Jack Hanma, Biscuit Oliva and Kyogai. Shibukawa fighting style is well known among police officers, and sometimes he goes to the police station and gives them lessons about martial arts. Gaia is the leader of a mercenary group who fought Baki Hanma at a young age. In the past he was a crazy soldier called Nomura who loved killing, but once he was captured and put in front of a sparring squad during the Ugandan Bush War. However, fate would have it, he was rescued at the last second, but the rush of adrenaline and fear caused a split in his personality and all his hair fell out. After facing the ultimate fear, the personality of Gaia manifested from Nomura, as well as gaining supersensory ability. As Nomura, he is the best described as a weakling who acts as a medic for the team. However, when the situation is right and his adrenaline starts pumping, the Gaia personality will manifest itself to fight. He utterly despises Yujiro Hanma, stating he is nothing but a thrill seeker who fights for pleasure. He fights Baki and honorably loses to him. When he cross paths with Yujiro, Gaia tells him that Baki is the better warrior than Yujiro could ever be before the two fight, even though he loses miserably. He is a calm and confident person. In the battle against Baki, he even called himself the god of the battlefield. On the other hand, Gaia is a quite an obvious character, and it's hard to tell if his huge self-confidence was just pure honesty and prance, or to some extent the play that was supposed to confuse Baki. Gaia is generally composed, but he also shows great rage when Baki manages to deal with all of his aces up his sleeve. His three philosophies when fighting are 1. Take care of your body and give it rest, 2. Free your body from the control of your mind, and finally use every part of your surroundings as a weapon. He's an intelligent person who often uses psychological tactics. Over time and for unexplained reasons, his Gaia personality eventually seems to absorb his Nomura one, becoming more balanced, cautious, and less cocky and reckless as a result. Kaioh Kaku is the greatest and most renowned Supreme Grandmaster of Chinese Kenpo, the kaioh of kaiohs, and the current champion of the Right Eye tournament over the last century. Kaku kaioh is shown to have both sociopathic restlessness and pride in Chinese martial arts and its culture. He is a shrunken, almost skeleton-framed elderly man aged 146 years. He stands shorter than Baki, has long white hair, a prominent and copious amount of wrinkles over his entire body and face, and has very long fingernails. But in his youth he is seen being very large and muscular, being almost the same size as Biscuit Oliva. His long black hair was tied in a traditional top knot and wrapped in a cloth with a robe wrapped and tied around his waist. He was a young, arrogant strongman who considered himself to be the strongest man in the whole of Asia. He believed the strong will always overcome the weak and laughed at the logic of Chinese martial arts. He thought that the physically weaker could not beat those stronger than them. In these times he took part in a lot of fights with wild animals and fighters. But one day Kaku fought an elderly Chinese martial arts master and he was easily defeated by him. After that, Kaku abandoned all weight training equipment and started to take seriously the philosophy of Chinese Kenpo. Kaku began his Kung Fu training only to notice his once large muscles began to shrink and wither away. After an extremely long time, he finally obtained the true power of Chinese martial arts. Despite being a shrunken fighter, he became the supreme grandmaster of the fighting style, and now he is truly the strongest man in China. Whose past was the most insane to you? Leave your comments down below. If this video was interesting to you, leave a like and subscribe for more stuff like that. Thank you all for watching. For today, I'm out. Bye!
Me and none of them not travel on any trip. In the seat of corruption, me say many sit. Look like from corruption.